All right, let's dive in. Today, we're dissecting this crypto deep dive report from November 19th, 2024.
Should be interesting.
Yeah, and get this. We've got some pretty wild price action. Oh, and even a political curveball hitting the crypto world. So buckle up. First off, Bitcoin.
Of course. Always Bitcoin.
Right. This report has it smashing through $93,000.
Wow.
Yeah, hit a new all-time high, actually. $94,064.27.
I saw that. A 3.57% jump in a single day. Crazy.
Wild, right. I mean, a lot of folks were expecting a post-election bump.
Sure.
But this feels different.
Yeah, it makes you wonder if this is just the beginning.
Oh.
You know, institutional money pouring into Bitcoin ETFs has been building, for months.
Yeah.
And now, with the election uncertainty gone, it's like they've opened the floodgates.
Interesting. Some analysts are even calling for $100,000 by the end of the month.
Really?
Yeah, and some even bolder, saying $104,725 by November 26th.
Huh. Is it realistic?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Are we getting a little ahead of ourselves, or is this rally the real deal?
Well, there's this growing theory that a lot of this recent buying is coming from outside the U.S.
Oh.
Think about countries where Bitcoin is like a safe haven, unstable local currencies, political turmoil, that kind of thing.
Makes sense.
If that's true, this rally could be a lot more sustainable than people realize.
Fascinating. And we can't forget Bitcoin's year-to-date gain already over 108%.
Right.
Many altcoins are lagging way behind. So is this Bitcoin dominance here to stay?
Well, Bitcoin's price often sets the tone for the whole market, so it's definitely worth watching.
Definitely. But speaking of the market, the report paints a different picture for Ethereum.
Yes.
It's holding above $3,100, but...
But it's dipped a bit. Compared to Bitcoin, anyway.
Yeah. Is this a red flag? Anything to worry about?
I wouldn't say worry, more like a consolidation phase. Those levels, $3,140 resistance, $3,080 support, those are key.
Oh.
If it breaks through $3,140 convincingly, we might see it catch up to Bitcoin.
Ah, I see.
But if it drops below $3,080, well, that might signal some weakness.
Got it. So for now, we wait and see with Ethereum, but what about the rest of the market? Any big winners or losers we need to know about?
Well, Air and Tray, ticker symbol OM, is making waves.
Oh, yeah.
Up a whopping 39% according to the report.
39%. Wow.
Hedera, that's HBAR, is also up nicely, 25.95%.
Okay.
And then Stellar, XLM, showing a solid gain of 12.57%.
Wow, that 39% for Mentra is impressive. I've been following them closely.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything. They've had some good news lately with their DeFi platform.
Okay.
But also lots of speculation about a possible partnership with a big tech company.
Ah, the rumor mill.
Nothing confirmed, of course.
Right.
But that kind of buzz can really move the market.
Absolutely. And on the flip side, any notable losers today?
Let me see. Jupiter, that's JUP, down 7.06%. Helium, HNT, down 6.12%. And Pith Network, PYTH, down 5.10%.
Interesting. Now let's shift gears a bit. This report talks about Tornado Cash, that crypto mixing service. Got sanctioned back in 2022, remember?
Right.
Well, U.S. lawmakers are demanding answers about it.
Even though it's supposed to be shut down.
Exactly. It's raising questions about how effective sanctions really are in this decentralized crypto world.
I mean, Tornado Cash let users hide where their crypto was coming from, where it was going.
Yeah, made it a concern for all sorts of shady stuff, potentially.
Right. And the report highlights a resurgence of mixer usage. Tornado Cash apparently pulled in $1.8 billion in deposits in the first half of 2024.
Really?
Yeah, that's a 45% increase from all of 2023. Doesn't add up, does it?
Definitely raises some eyebrows.
It's really shining a light on how tough it is to regulate tech that's built to be, well, borderless and resistant to censorship.
Yeah.
Lawmakers are understandably worried about money laundering and other illegal activities, but it's a tough nut to crack.
This could have ripple effects across the whole crypto space.
Oh, absolutely. How regulators respond could shape the future of privacy coins and any tech that aims for anonymity. This whole Tornado Cash thing really shows the struggle between privacy and security, in the crypto world, I mean.
Yeah.
And it's not going away anytime soon.
It feels like a crossroads for sure. How this is handled could set a big precedent for future regulations. Speaking of exciting developments, this report also talks about Spark launching its Spark liquidity layer within the Sky ecosystem.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. This could be a real game changer.
Really?
Especially for DeFi. Think of it as creating a more efficient way to handle stablecoin liquidity. across different blockchains, that is.
Break that down for me. Sounds a bit technical.
Okay, so picture this. You have all these separate pools of stablecoins on different blockchains, moving them around. Real pain. Spark's liquidity layer basically connects those pools. Makes it much easier to, deploy, withdraw, balance stablecoins across multiple chains.
Like those cross-chain bridges we've seen get hacked.
Ah, I see your concern. Security is obviously a big deal with anything new. But here's the difference. Spark doesn't actually hold the stablecoins.
Okay.
They're using smart contracts to manage the liquidity.
So that reduces risk?
Theoretically, yeah.
Yeah.
Less chance of a single point of failure.
Got it. But how does this benefit, like, the average user?
Imagine you're into DeFi.
Right.
You want to jump on a lending opportunity, but it's on a different blockchain.
Happens all the time.
Right now, that's slow, expensive with Spark. Instantaneous almost, and way cheaper.
Makes sense. The report mentioned this involves USDS, SUSDS, and USDC. Those are pretty big players in the stablecoin game.
Exactly. Having those three working together smoothly through Spark, huge boost for the whole DeFi ecosystem.
Sure.
Speaking of, did you see USDS just passed $1.2 billion total supply?
I did. Stablecoins are becoming the backbone of all this DeFi innovation.
Couldn't agree more. Now, circling back to Bitcoin for a sec, you said earlier it's been outperforming most altcoins, right?
Yeah.
There's this debate, is this a sign we're shifting back to a Bitcoin maximalist market? What do you think?
Good question. Some people are saying, see, Bitcoin's the only one that matters. But then others are pointing to all the innovation happening in the altcoin space, especially in DeFi.
It's easy to see it as like one of the other wins, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's that simple. Bitcoin and altcoins can coexist, maybe even like complement each other.
Totally. Bitcoin has its strengths as a store of value, a hedge against inflation. But altcoins are where we're seeing the really new stuff, new use cases for blockchain tech.
Exactly. Look at Ethereum. Yeah, it's been consolidating lately price-wise, but it's still the king of DeFi. And with the network upgrades coming, even more scalable, efficient, it's not going anywhere.
Plus, you've got all these other altcoins pushing the boundaries in privacy, gaming, even supply chain management.
That's what makes the crypto ecosystem so exciting, It's this diversity and not a winner-take-all situation. Room for lots of projects to succeed. Different cryptocurrencies for different purposes.
It's a good reminder that this industry is still young. We're just getting started, really.
Absolutely. Now, those bullish Bitcoin price predictions, lots of excitement there. But should we be cautious?
That's a good point. Easy to get swept up in the hype.
But markets can be irrational. Corrections happen.
Exactly. $100,000 Bitcoin isn't a sure thing, right? There's still risks out there. Regulation changes, the economy in general, even technical stuff.
Always good to remember that. Anyone investing in crypto, do your research, understand the risks, don't chase short-term pumps. Which brings us back to Tornado Cash. That story is making people nervous, isn't it?
Understandably. Sanctioned mixing service seeing more use raises questions about how effective our regulations really are and brings up the whole privacy debate again. No easy answers there. Preventing money laundering, terrorist financing, that's important. But financial privacy is a fundamental right. Finding the right balance is crucial.
Totally agree. This Tornado Cash situation could determine how regulators handle privacy coins, other anonymity tech going forward. This could reshape the whole landscape. But you know what else is interesting?
This crypto deep dive report also mentioned Howard Lutnick.
Lutnick?
Yeah, the CEO of Cantor Fitzgerald, big Tether advocate.
Right.
The rumor mill says he might be our next commerce secretary.
Oh, wow. That's a big one.
Yeah, it could really shake things up in the crypto world.
No kidding. Lutnick's an interesting guy. Head of Cantor Fitzgerald, so deep in traditional finance.
Right.
But also a real crypto supporter.
Yeah.
Especially for Tether. It's kind of an unusual combination.
And he's been pretty vocal about Bitcoin, too.
Yeah, I remember him saying he sees a future where Bitcoin can trade, anywhere.
Exactly. If he does become Commerce Secretary, that could completely change how the U.S. approaches crypto regulation.
Think about it. The U.S. government taking a more, proactive stance on crypto innovation.
Yeah.
Clearer rules for stablecoins, maybe? Making things easier for crypto businesses, maybe even like a push for a central bank digital currency, a CBDC.
That would be a huge shift from all the regulatory uncertainty we've seen. But, well, it's all just talk for now.
Of course, we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely. But it's a good reminder, the crypto world isn't in its own little bubble anymore.
Right.
It's getting tied in with everything else. Finance, politics, the global economy, the whole nine yards.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Well, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
Bitcoin hitting record highs, tornado cash, and the whole regulatory headache, exciting stuff in DeFi like Spark's liquidity layer, even Howard Lutnick possibly becoming Commerce Secretary. Quite a deep dive, wouldn't you say?
Definitely a lot to unpack there.
Before we wrap up, is there anything else from this crypto deep dive report that you think our listeners should know?
One thing that really stood out to me was how much they talked about education.
Education.
Yeah, in the crypto space. As more people get into crypto, it's becoming more and more important for them to, understand it.
Understand the tech, the risks, the potential rewards.
Exactly. It's easy to get lost in the hype, the price swings.
Yeah.
But you got to have a good grasp of the basics. Otherwise, it's like trying to drive through a new city without a map.
I like that analogy. The more educated the crypto community is, the better we can deal with challenges and grab the opportunities that come along.
Well said.
So, to our listener out there, keep learning, keep digging, and keep asking those questions. The world of crypto, it's huge, it's always changing, but with the right knowledge, a critical mind, you can make smart choices and maybe even, benefit from this whole technological revolution.
Absolutely. And remember, this deep dive, it's just a starting point. There's a whole world of information out there waiting to be explored.
So until next time, happy diving.